So usually an island is defined by its shores, right? Like the water is this great equalizer.
Right, anyone can step into the ocean.
Exactly. But looking at Mykonos circa 2026, the shoreline has been fundamentally partitioned. Today, we're examining whether Mykonos is still actually accessible to budget travelers, or if its luxury transformation has just completely priced out authentic experiences.
It's a huge shift.
It really is. I'll be arguing that it is fundamentally a luxury destination now. I mean, true accessibility is dead when you're forced to survive on dorms and street food, totally locked out of the island's defining culture.
And, well, I'm taking the opposing stance. I'd argue that Mykonos remains highly accessible. By utilizing, 40-euro hostels and free northern beaches, budget travelers are actually accessing the most authentic version of the island, far away from those manufactured premium bubbles.
I mean, you say authentic, but just physically standing on the island isn't enough. If you're sleeping in a 40-euro dorm at Parga and riding the local bus everywhere, you're walled off from the actual engine of the island's culture.
The beach clubs, you mean?
Right, the beach clubs. The whole infrastructure has deliberately shifted to this ultra-high-yield model. Places like Namos or Scorpios demanding 50 to 150 euro minimum spends, and that's on top of 40 euro sunbed rentals. Exclusion is the actual product being sold here.
Wait, but why should we accept that manufactured exclusivity as the, core experience?
Because that's what Mykonos is universally known for now.
Is it, though? A 400-euro lunch at Namos isn't culture. It's an imported artificial ecosystem. When a budget traveler bypasses those exorbitant sunbeds at Psaro Beach, and they take that public bus to unorganized beaches like Ajos Sostis.
They're essentially roughing it on the margins, though.
No, I'd say the mechanism of luxury pricing is actually doing them a huge favor. It forces them away from the artificial party scenes and pushes them toward the natural landscape, the actual Aegean Sea.
See, I think you're really romanticizing the margins here. Going to Mykonos just to eat 5-year-old gyros at Jimmy's and sit on a towel outside the organized zones, it's like going to a Broadway show and standing in the alley to listen.
Come on, that's a bit extreme.
It's accurate, though, or like going to Las Vegas to study the Mojave Desert. Yes, you are physically on the terrain, but you're missing the neon engine that actually drives the city. The international jet-set reality is the modern authenticity of Mykonos. If you can't participate in that, your trip is structurally compromised.
I disagree entirely. I mean, look at the interior village of Anomera. Spending time there isn't, hiding out in an alley.
It's certainly not where the action is.
It's accessing the bedrock of the island. You have 16th century structures like the Panagia Torliani Monastery. You have traditional tavernas operating at a fraction of the cost of the Chor waterfront. That isn't the margin, that is the foundation. You're defining authenticity purely through the lens of modern gentrification. Well, deep cultural immersion just doesn't require a premium budget. It requires stepping away from corridors where real estate is driven entirely by foreign wealth.
I hear you, but the structural reality still remains. When average mid-range hotels cost upwards of 200 euros a night and luxury properties easily exceed 1,000, the physical infrastructure is explicitly built for the wealthy. The budget traveler is just left navigating a system that wasn't designed for them. They're peering through the glass at the island's true 2026 identity.
That really assumes the true identity is the one with the highest price tag, which I reject. With a bit of intention, using local bakeries, public transit, undeveloped shores, budget travelers don't get a compromised trip. They unlock a cyclic experience that the isolated resort guests completely miss.
So, I guess the paradox of modern Mykonos is that the deeper you try to go into its historical roots, the quiet villages, the empty beaches, the further you are driven away from its present-day identity as a hyper-capitalist hub.
Precisely. Because ultimately you have to decide whether the island's true value lies in the imported exclusivity of a VIP cabana or out on the open sand that outlasts it all.
I think that's a perfect place to leave it. Where you find the real island is ultimately up to you.